Okay, so we're all counting down the days until Super Mario Brothers Wonder is going to be released for Nintendo Switch. It's supposed to be happening this upcoming fall on October 20th. And based on what we know, it's going to be new power ups, new enemies, brand new stages, the level designs, and basically the graphics for this game all look very impressive. But recently I read on comicbook.com that this game is supposed to be way more difficult than the previous 2D installments that we've seen in the Super Mario Brothers series within the past like decade or so. And basically testers are calling it like the next Super Mario Brothers 3. And honestly, we're just gonna have to wait and see because Super Mario Brothers 3 is iconic, and I'm not exactly sure whether or not this game is going to end up becoming more popular than that particular installment. But they're saying that this game is almost as hard as Super Mario Brothers 3. And I remember playing Super Mario Brothers 3 back in the day. I don't think I ever beat that game, mainly because it was too long, and I feel like there were parts of it that got you like stuck, and to a point where you had to keep starting over and over and over. Personally, I think Super Mario World was longer than Super Mario Brothers 3, but yeah, Super Mario Brothers 3 was definitely harder than the first two games. I actually beat Super Mario Brothers 2, and I think I beat 1 as well. But honestly, I think out of all of the Super Mario Brothers games I played, the hardest one was to me was Lost Levels. I mean, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who would go on record and agree with me on that. Also heard that Super Mario Land 2 was ridiculously difficult as well. Like the older Super Mario Brothers games were unreasonably difficult. Depending on whether or not you were a hardcore Mario fan or a casual. If you were a casual, the older Mario games were just difficult in general. I feel like the difficulty with some of the more recent installments has basically it's decreased a lot, and I think it was designed to appeal to casuals. And as far as Super Mario Brothers World Wonder is concerned, I'm not exactly sure how well it's going to do in terms of sales. I'm pretty sure it's going to do at least like 4 or 5 mil, considering the fact that it's coming out right before a holiday season, and considering the fact that a lot of people have Switch consoles, and I believe the price for the Switch console has dropped since it was released. So there's no question that Super Mario Wonder is going to be a huge success. But as far as this game being the next Super Mario Brothers 3, we're just gonna have to wait and see. A lot of people are probably going to be skeptical by that. I'm not exactly sure whether or not if this is a new direction that Nintendo's going to go in terms of just making their Mario games more difficult, because that's something that could be a turnoff to casuals. And even though increased difficulty is something that's appreciated, they shouldn't make it impossible to beat, like Lost Levels or Super Mario, World 2 or Super Mario Land or what have you. Like the older games were ridiculously difficult, and I do feel that this is something that people can enjoy until Nintendo release their next big 3D Super Mario Brothers installment, which is most likely going to happen when Nintendo comes out with their next gen console, which a lot of people are hoping is sometime in 2024 and 2025, but they haven't confirmed anything yet. We haven't seen a next gen game system from Nintendo, so we're still waiting to hear from Nintendo about that. And basically, we're just hoping that this game right here is every bit as good as they're marketing it to be. Hopefully, the challenge for this game is not as difficult as some of the hardest Mario games that we've got to see in the past, and hopefully it's something that people can adjust to, and it's something that people can have fun with, opposed to just slamming their controls or their console on the floor and just being like screw it, because the last thing you want is to have a game that's too hard to a point where people are just turned off by it. And I feel like Nintendo has been, making Mario games for over 30 years now. And so hopefully they found a healthy balance between making this game fun and making it challenging, but at the same time, trying to avoid making it, too challenging to a point where it's just a complete turn off altogether.